The Age of an Unborn Child, 23rd January, 1980. What is your understanding of being fully enlightened? The one who has no ego, awareness, or no awareness of the I. Answer in 2 words. I can answer. Whatever is the whole or complete is the Jnani, and that is the age of an unborn child. The age of an unborn child is complete, whole, and total. The one who is not born, what age can he have? Age is a concept. What more can you do except using words? People are words. Whatever knowledge the sages had, and whatever knowledge you have now acquired, is due to your acquaintance with it. Every time there is a flux, it rises still higher, but what is that ever-changing principle? Whatever I experience? What experience? The one that I have right now. In that experience right now, you are having many experiences, but what is the base? Are you in that state by speaking words? You have no money to buy rations. You say, I am a king. Everyone does that. Who is all? If you are, only then all could be. Everyone is in my subjective universe. I observe doing that only. In the realm of the touch of I am, you are finding sages. Aren't you ashamed? You get initiated from those who are in the realm of I am. So when I am Purna, complete, it is like indicating the age of an unborn child. The words get dumbfound. Therefore, I don't visit jnanis. If I do meet one, I offer my salutations. I have told you that I have reached that stage where you can judge jnanis. All the rest are just trading other people's words. I don't want to do that. Now, meditation. What is the content of meditation, and what does it merge into? In Zen meditation, one meditates on what his face was before he was conceived. Who is meditating? They work on that too. For the ignorant one, knowledge is precious, but for the one established in the Absolute, this knowledge is like mouthwash water, but they do have bags filled with cities, powers. Those are the obvious ones, but those who teach with books they have written are a great danger. Take the example of Nisargadatta, who was not talking, yet he was itching to have a successor. Would a jnani care to do such a thing? If I thought he would, I would reject him. If I have an eye problem, why should I go to a foot doctor? What is the reference point, and driving at what? Maharaj commented that I saw something in Rajneesh's book. I feel I don't need it. I am not interested in that, but what is your true eternal state? Okay. What is your core state? In that true accomplished state, there is no scope for even space, let alone words. In the process of understanding my guru's words as to how I am, I realized I am not. In that state there is no unstruck sound either. In the process of neti, not this, it happens. In the state of I amness, finally everything disappears, and you get stabilized. If you realize and stabilize, then even if you are silent, people will fall at your feet. The falling is not important. It's a stunning stage, and what is it? But for them, I'll advocate meditation, for common ones who are not like Paul. This is the stage where I uproot the meditation. Whenever meditation begins, I uproot it in this talk. Now, if you have swallowed up many sages and are still trying to find a peg, you are not stabilized. I want to hang experiences on a peg. Are they tangible to be hanged? To hold light, which peg will you choose? In my experience while learning to sing, I don't say do this or do that and open my mouth. I stick to what he, the guru, brings about and stay with it. The spiritual teacher, too, works like that. That's my conception. You do have a smart and active intelligence. It is nice to know that. I am not whatever I think. 24th January, 1980. The subject is abstract, but gets concrete with the birth of the body and its death. By origin, no consciousness is concrete in the body for a certain length of time. Finally, it will again become abstract, and the original state is abstract. If one just talks about it, can one know anything about it? Any thought, subject, or concept arises as long as there is the consciousness. What was no subject becomes a subject after the arrival of consciousness. In the end of the subject is again no subject. If at all you want to please God, please that God which is the beingness. That is the only God. The I Am is the only God to be pleased. Whatever you presently know about God is only bargaining. Your very existence or beingness is the proof that God exists. If I am not, God is not. God's existence is due to the consciousness I am. Please it, and it will lead you to its source. The consciousness, when it acts in the world, acts through the vital breath and mind. It is a total manifestation. The activity of the mind is actually the activity of the consciousness. Movement is inherent in consciousness. It is its very nature. Any stone or gem has value within it. There may be silver in it. How is consciousness created? When you are one with consciousness, then you will know, not externally. Be one with it for a long time, and it will itself show you. How does it come? The catalog of answers is within the consciousness itself. No outside agency can give answers. Christian religion has answers. What is your opinion? If you tell me, I will tell you. I don't know. God made the decision. Let there be creation. This is merely a concept. What he did or did not will be known to you only when you become God. Your association is with the body, the material world, and the chemical beingness, but you are neither. This feeling, I am, must be beyond words. Is it a feeling in the body, or is it beyond words? The knowledge that you exist, did it come about spontaneously, or did someone have to tell you? Spontaneously. On this basis, what is your question? Is it a feeling, or beyond feeling? Any name for any object is the same name, the consciousness. Is it beyond sensation? Feeling is concrete. Before any feeling, are you not there? So it is prior to feeling, prior to words? Did anyone shake you and say that you exist? But who am I? You believe this form to be yourself. Once you know that you are not the body and are convinced about it, whatever you are will be revealed to you. Whatever is within the body and does not come from outside. It's hard to define, if not body, inside or outside. Whatever you talk, the meaning is within the words. Yes, the meaning is within the words, not separate. So in this body, made out of the 5 elements, is the essence, the sattva. Consciousness itself is within the body. Without being asked for or called upon, how long have you been in spirituality? 6 years? What do you do about the manifest outside or inside yourself? Or when you think on these matters, what do you consider your identity to be? Who says it is difficult and all that? Sounds quite simple, but difficult when one thinks about it. Whatever I think about is not me. I said beyond. Beyond what? Concepts? Give up the concepts, and there you are. When I inquire into what is this I am, I can't see it, even when quiet. The one who knows and goes into quietude, that is it. Why must you give name to it? Just give up the words. Someone's wife leaves and goes elsewhere. Is she not depraising her husband? One will not go elsewhere if one is convinced of his guru's potential. Only if there is doubt will he go. Does he believe in the absolute necessity of a guru? If you can do without him, do it. If you need guidance, then go to someone and say, "He is my guru." Do books replace a guru? Yes, books can replace a guru. At one stage, you yourself become a guru. Then you find that books are of no use anymore. The guru is one who knows the beginning, continuity, and the end of his life, and understands the mind on which the environment has so much impact. This feeling on the right side of the chest that Ramana talks about, how is it related to the I am? The spiritual heart is on the right side. Interpreter. Maharaj considers the center of the brain in the body as center of consciousness, the Brahman aperture, Brahmarandra, where a yogi takes his being and centers himself and breathes words into the body. According to him, the center is the Brahma aperture. When it disappears, the doctor says, it is all over. What are your means in spirituality? Aurobindo, Gurdjieff? Collect and read, but then throw everything and come here. The important thing is with what identity do you read? You do it as a person? Through intellect. When you walk, don't you have the concept? I mean, European? Can't forget that. Do you read with the intellect or the one who is using the intellect? You use the intellect. Intellect is the means of understanding, but you are not the intellect. I know. You are not the body, intellect, or mind. Then what are you? If I think about it, it would be a concept. Who is prior to the concept? Is it thinking? It is only a feeling. Who is it that feels and understands it as a feeling? What do you call that which exists before the thought process? One can't explain. That about which you cannot explain is you. Anything you can explain is not you. One can't have an answer about oneself. That which is prior is just there. It cannot have an answer about itself. You learn and forget. What you forget is not what you learn. You are prior to it. You are the principle that rejects the body. 28th January, 1980. The witness witnesses itself. The one who says that the talk is not going down my throat is perfect. The rest is rejected. Dwell therein from where you have sprouted. Stay put there, in the source. How it occurred to you that you are, and when. Why shall I meet or see the truth? You reduce your identification with the body. In that process, the knowledge I am, which knows itself, will be clear. If you embrace the body's sense, there will be a lot of questions. If the knowledge you are is not there, will anybody keep this body? The principle that rejects or gives up the body is yourself. What happens to the body when the body identity is gone? When you are not the body, the world and you are identical, and you are the world then. In meditation, in the most detached moments, there is an iron curtain between what is being observed and the watching of it. At that moment, there is a separation from observing. At that moment, there is separateness between observing and the observed. Later on, both become one. Is I am the Atman? What do you mean by I am, or the feeling of you are? All the names relate to the I amness. Atman also is its name. If there is no I amness, whose names can these all be? You cannot say this and that consciousness. Your consciousness is your world only. To fully understand and realize all this, do meditation. That sound, the humming I am, is the Iswara sound. It is a reminder that you are God, but you reject the soundless sound by identifying with the body. On your own authority, in the absence of the I am principle, what can you do? Eat? Defecate? Nothing. Therefore, the knowledge you are is Ishwara, the godly principle. Abide in it. Without it, what can you do? Can you urinate? The basis on which you are means you are God. I amness means God only. Abide in it and you will realize it, which in itself is Atman, the God. The I am rejects millions of bodies, but its disappearance is not seen. Have you seen the Atman being dead? There is no Maya, just forget it. The Ishwara principle, the godly principle you are, has sprouted on its own. Its love of the self, the nature of you are, is love only. The Atma Prema, you are, is Maya. There are various languages like French, etc., but who is employing them? It's that consciousness principle. Do you recognize the mind as an elderly person recognizes a child? Mind is ignorance. You are not ignorance. Can you be the mind? No. While talking of Dharma, religion, I am talking of the Swarup Dharma, religion of the self. Your nature is of the self. You must abide there. Normally, what is religion understood as? It is the following of certain codes of conduct, but actually, that is not religion. Buddhist psychology talks of purification of the mind in stages. Does Maharaj see realization in stages or at once? For some, instant. For others, gradual. Is it because of karma? Everything is karma. In this dynamic manifest principle, karma action is incessantly happening. Brahma means action. It is an immense expression, infinite. And out of that you pride on fragments and say, I am the body. Out of the ignorance and turmoil arise a lot of questions, but after listening to these talks, one goes into quietude, and in quietude, the answers come. So stabilize the mind. Just ignore or be indifferent to its pranks. Inquire into the so-called my mind, the mind. Find out that I, that my. I am the unborn. 29th January, 1980. Whatever is planted here will not go to waste. Just as young ladies mature at different times, some early, some later, like water running away from the fields. The seed of a magnificent tree is small, but it contains the future magnificent tree. The self-principle of manifestations is in a seed essence. A good gardener can distinguish between various seeds. He is the one who inspects the seeds. Is he one of the seeds, or is he apart from them? My guru indicated to me by words my eternal position. Whatever you are, you go to the root, the I am. You go and become that. It is the root of manifestation. Further progress from here onwards is for you to find out for yourself. The natural state is from where the seed has come. This I amness principle experiences itself and the world simultaneously. The seed is from the parents, so we think we are from the parents. But a good gardener knows that he is not the seed. The one who knows the I amness is not the seed. go to the root and you conclude, I am. Yes, you say, I am, without words. Investigation will reveal that it is a result of the five elemental play. There is another principle that observes the I am and the elemental play. This I am is the primary principle. Sustained by whom? Is it not supported by the food essence quality? Yes. The form of food essence means form of body. In food, this I am quality is there, not whose I amness. Since it is a product of food, the jnani says, I am not that, while the ignorant one says, this body. The essence of the food is the I am. So is not the food the human being's form, the food body? It is. From where have you emanated and where are you proceeding? Knowledge, just through words, does not mean that you have got rid of desires and passions. The I am means all this spectacle that you are seeing. Later you also see that number of universes are playing in that I am. When you understand all this verbally, you may become Sudhu Guru, which is not realization. You must realize that you only observe. You are not that. You are not that I am in which universes are playing. What is the state of the jnani who is apart from seed and tree? Nirvana, nirguna, without qualities. Parabrahma, absolute. He is the Sadguru, another term for the absolute, and requires no entertainment. He is the observer and the observed. The jnani accomplishes stabilization in the true eternal state. He is never breached or broken from the eternal. The Sadguru state is to be one with the eternal state and remain unbroken from it. Can you elaborate how the jnani sees universes play in the I am? Realize the nature of spontaneity. You can do nothing. That principle was in dormant condition. Then body was formed. Did you do anything? It's all spontaneity. The Parabrahman state is ever unmanifest. All manifestations are a Parabrahman state. Sages and incarnations are advertisements of the Parabrahman state. Where are they now? They have merged in Parabrahman, the Absolute. I apparently appeared to carry out all activities. Actually, they are just happenings. And my state is beyond enthusiasm and desire. That I am is 8-faceted, 5 elements and 3 gunas or qualities. But still it has the taste of I am. This I taste is fragrance of Brahmanda, universe to me. To me means the Absolute. At the moment of conception you didn't know that you were, and now you think of death. The first moment in the womb, can the mother remember? The knowledge I am is infinitely small, but in it are Brahmandas, universes. With what does one experience heaven and hell when body and mind are destroyed? How can there be experience after death when both have dissolved? Who proceeds further? Why there is no experience of I am up to 2 years when body and vital breath are there? Is it pure consciousness then? It's something like a raw mango. The sweetness is dormant in it. In the child, the I am is in dormant condition. Therefore, it cannot manifest itself. In the raw fruit, its final taste is there, but is dormant. What is the meaning of Brahman? In the Brahman, all is illusion. The witnessing of this happens to Parabrahman. In this Brahman is manifested the change as a child. I am a child. In teenage, I am a teenager. Which is your identity? Where can you hold on? This is the Brahman principle. So all in it is Brahman, illusion. There is no birth, but to some you say there is. To the ignorant who is obsessed by death, I say yes, there are births. Only to the one who is capable of understanding, I shall give knowledge. What do you know of this birth? They, the ignorant, don't know about their birth, and they talk of future births of others. Did you know at the moment of birth that you have parents? Come to the conclusion. I am unborn. I was unborn, and I shall remain unborn. From no knowingness, suddenly I am. 30th January, 1980. There are two different approaches, the Buddhist and yours. The I am is from food, is yours, while in my practice, the understanding of I am comes from desire, which is grasping. The stronger it is, stronger the I am. Good. Now, does it mean the stronger the desire, the stronger the feeling of I amness? Yes. Has this been taught by Buddha? Would he care to say this? The sense of feeling is from desire. What do you mean by Buddha? My understanding is of the essential nature, the truth that we all have. Describe it. I don't know. Still, you say, I am Buddhist. I wear this dress to go into monasteries. People follow disciplines, concepts, or uniforms. All this display is so long as the I amness is there. Whatever concepts one selects, either worldly or spiritual, one dwells on them. Buddha said all knowledge is relative. Whatever I see in meditation, is it helpful or a burden? Whatever revelations you get, don't get involved in them. You just observe and need to stand back in the I am. This deliberation and reflection goes on all day in a common human being. I am talking about the manifest and unmanifest principle. You are talking about the individual principle involving mind and body. I am asking you to recede. What is the link between manifest and unmanifest? This flame and its dwelling place, is there a bridge? No. In the fragrance of incense and spark, is there any link or bridge? What is the bridge? Is it a road, connection, or gap? The Absolute includes manifest and unmanifest? The unmanifest and the manifest are only two words. When unmanifest merges into the manifest, there is no talk. When the manifest comes from the unmanifest, there is plenty of talk. Bridging means crossing over, spanning. Here's a flame that's extinguished. Where did it go? To its natural abode, the unmanifest flame. What is the purpose of sadhana, discipline? The seeker wants to seek. Say he wants to catch a bus. Now to run or running is his discipline. He sought the bus and he got it through running, discipline. Words give meaning. Words quarrel with words. No words, and there's silence. We collect someone else's words, use them and quarrel, and so it goes on. I had 7 shops, but once I met my guru, I lost interest completely in all worldly matters. That was the effect of Guru's words. I got revelation. After my guru, I met no one else. I never felt like expanding worldly life. Now people only observe me embedded in worldly life, but everything is done by you. I have done nothing. I shall have no connection with 85 years later. Talks come out, but I have no inclination, regimentation, or urge to form a creed. According to one's receptivity, one will catch whether anyone is a cheat or a yoni. That is, their revelation would be according to guidance given to them by the Atman. Whatever meaning derived according to guidance given to them by the Atman, and whatever meaning derived by the Self will be applied on me. That is not the listener's fault. That's the way his Atman guided him. I say Krishnamurti is complete Brahman because my Atman guides me to say that. My Atman says he is not apart from me, and I am not apart from him. Are you deliberating on the meaning of words or on the self? You must be somebody to hold an object to carry out activity. That somebody is not these. It has no form, no name. It's hollow. You have given titles to your thought in order to understand, so that you are satisfied. No one wants to be led to that point where there are no words available and where words fail. A state where there is no experience of words. I am unnecessarily accused by birth in my true state. I am never born. A robbery occurs in Calcutta. The police arrest me, but I have never seen Calcutta. If true state can't be experienced, how can Maharaj speak? Because of my form. I abide in that state, and I observe that this world of I am has come and will disappear. Someone told me that in his dream I was Baba, but that is not my experience. In my dream I saw 10 births. I am insensible in my first birth or life. How did that happen? I investigated that. But how does one know that he is the Absolute? That state is not to be experienced. About that you cannot speak. Just be that state. What is experienced is not truth. That is the primary problem. I did not know that I was in that state. Suddenly, I knew I am. Thus, all the trouble. In that state there was no knowingness. Suddenly I am, and I caught hold of the body. My identity of I amness is the entire manifestation, not individual body. All the trouble began with the otherness, a quality that came with I amness. Whenever there is a problem, you ask, let us find the state of affairs as they are. Don't try to bluff, and then the solution comes. So in this fraudulent play of the manifest world, I went on to find the actual position. The I amness means world manifestation, and it is a time-bound state. So why should I bother? Presently, I amness is bubbling and challenging, but all this is time-bound. Pride will go along with the I am. So hum. Later on. No I am, no hum. Whatever you do is as per your concepts. Nothing was, here or there. In the Brahman aperture there is sprouting of the I amness, and all manifestation too, but I am not that. Yogis, after penetrating all the chakras, take up the breath in the Brahma chakra and hibernate. If the body does not swell, his I am is in the tranquil state in the aperture. But once the I am is dissolved, his body will swell. Any being, when born with that I am still inside, will have an outside manifest world. Each being having its own inside and outside world. The one who has attained the target, he is no more an individual. Thus he has no ego. When ego is gone, it will be realized that the I amness is felt no more.